Hi, Spencer Cheap Pops. You're on the air.
Was the Wyatt Sicks. Literally all of the Funhouse characters, the Firefly Funhouse characters come to life. It's like live action Lion King. It's amazing. Yeah. So this obviously the rumor to everyone, exactly what everyone thought. Joe Gacy, Dexter Lumis. Lumis, I guess he's the, which one is Lumis? Oh, he's the Buzzard. Okay. Mercy the Buzzard. Yep. He's Mercy. Ramblin Rabbit. That was a goofy character to try to turn him into some kind of crazy. And Ramblin Rabbit, I guess that's Erik Rowan.
That's Rowan, yeah. You saw he had the Bludgeon Brothers sledgehammer,
which was awesome. That was a nice touch. And I guess, and then you have the one that I was most impressed with was going to be Nikki Cross. She played that character beautifully. She was the only one that I really was moved by. Mm-hmm. I get what they're trying to do here. They had a lot of things in place where these characters were going to come to life anyway. Obviously, the tragedy would happen with Bray, but this didn't blow my skirt up, especially, by the way, Chad Gable took a bullet to the skull. What is that?
Yeah, and you know what? Like, I guess through the video packages that they're the QR codes, they've been warning him the entire time. He's definitely been a major target of theirs for whatever reason, and it literally looks like he murdered them. They murdered him, and not only that. I mean, even the first shot with Dexter Lumis, there was like somebody against a wall, and it looked like somebody blew his brains out too. You know, and that was just like, what that? Like, you all of a sudden you were like subjected into like being involved in like a horror film at this point.
A little over the top.
And yeah, very much so. And it's like, you know, and again, I don't know where they're going to go with this, how they're going to explain this. You know, they're already, and it, you know, what was intriguing too is like they got McIntyre out of there because he quit. Punk wasn't there because he was going to be at SmackDown. Sami Zayn spoke about how he left like 20 minutes earlier and, you know, wasn't there. So they're trying to figure out who's accounted for. What's his name? Adam Pearce. Evidently, they changed him back to like he was involved with the Firefly Funhouse as well, like as a mailman or something. And so his social media changed. And then even most recently, I guess during the Pat McAfee show, they basically went to they cut to black, and then some blue screen showed up, and it said "You lied" across it. So they're basically, you know, promoting this over different venues as well now to even McAfee's show. So I have no idea where this is going to go. They really opened up an interesting creative box that I hope will make sense. Find their way with this story, you know, because honestly, when Bray had his match with LA Knight, you and I were pretty critical of it. And I even brought it up. It was like Situation to me. It was almost like a living comic book. It reminded me something like Frank Miller would have done, but in neon, if you will. Yeah. So again, we're going back to this very, you know, like horror sort of comic book sort of realm, and I hope they can pay it off. You know, obviously, you know, here's the thing. Now, what's his name? Uncle Howdy, obviously Bo Dallas, his brother. Now, I mean, it's a nice touch, of course. Who's going to be the mouthpiece for this crew? Is it going to be Gacy? Is it going to be Bo? I know Bo can cut some promos, but we've only seen him in like a humorous light. So I don't know, you know, how this is going to pan out. And also, you know, you made mention of the name Wyatt Sicks, Sicks. I'm wondering if they did it and spelled it that way because, say, if they add more than 6 people, or they only have 5 people, or 4 people, it's just basically a reference to it, and it doesn't matter how many are in there at this point.
It also could have been the fact that Bray is the 6th person. They just want to honor it because that was what was going to happen. Yeah, you called it a graphic novel several times, but then I didn't like where it was going. I got to be honest with you, and I know it might be sacrilege to say it at this point in time, because Bray obviously tragically lost, and we didn't really get a chance to see where he was going with this character. But I wasn't in love with it. I was still intrigued, and I still loved Bray, but I didn't like it. The program with LA Knight, that program did more for LA Knight than it did Bray. It really did. Yeah. LA Knight was taken off because he had balls. He went right after him, despite all the spooky crap. And LA Knight was a heel. And that was really how he shined was really the beginning of LA Knight getting this opportunity. And a couple weeks after that, he started getting cheered. People yelling, yeah, with him. Certainly should have been the following WrestleMania. So I hate to say it. I don't think this is going to be up my alley, quite frankly.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see people either loving it or hating it. I know it did create quite a stir in terms of like social media and views. So it paid off in that way already. But I mean, the truth is out there. So we'll see how this all pans out.
Thank you so much for watching High Spots and Cheap Pops. For Vladi Dottie, this is Silicon Steve Alley. Hit the subscribe button and let us know what you think. Thank you for watching, and here endeth the lesson.